for training. So to make it official training material, I'm Tracy Balderack, founder of Faithfully Fit. And today what I want to speak to you guys about is your 90-day sprint plan. It does not matter what time of the year it is. This is not just like prepare for the next year, because this video is being made in December. This is something that I do 4 times a year. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon right now. I have been working on this since 10 in the morning. So it does take a lot of planning, but if you are going to be successful in managing your business, the key to running challenge groups and marketing your challenge groups and your freemiums and recruiting coaches is the planning and the marketing that goes behind it. So for those of you that are my personally sponsored coaches, in November, I spent one-on-one time with every single personally sponsored coach, and this was one of the things that we went over. No one's was this detailed, so that's okay because it was the first time that you did this. And what I'm about to show you, I have been working on this for probably 10 months at mastering this skill, and I still have work to go, but there's 4 things that we're going to be talking about that I want you guys to take your first draft, if you have one, and just make it a little bit more detailed so that you are walking into your next 3 months with the game plan. If you have never done a 90-day sprint before, then watch this video. Make one for yourself and your own business, and it doesn't matter if you're a brand new coach and you don't have any coaches on your team yet. If you get this practice down now, by the time you do have a team, this is going to help you exponentially. Okay, so here's what I'm going to show you. I'm going to flip the camera for a second. All right, and we're going to turn the ring light here. Okay, so what I'm going to be showing you is my calendar, okay, for the next 3 months, all right? And there's 4 things that we're going to be talking about, okay? We're going to be talking about what workout program are you committing to as a coach? Because first and foremost, you guys, you have to remember that as coaches, we are always challengers. So what I'm about to show you is the first thing I did is I planned out my personal workout program, okay? What I'm committing to over the next 3 months. I am a firm believer that you need to commit to workout programs in order to show your challengers that you're doing them as well. It doesn't mean I can't go on a jog or that I can't go do a yoga class. I definitely buffer days in to enable myself to do that. But I also want to be able to talk about on social media the fact over and over again that I'm doing programs. So that's the first thing. What are you doing as a coach to always remain a challenger? Number 2, when are your challenge groups going to be run, and how are you going to market them? Number 3, same thing for your freemiums. You should be running 1 freemium a month in order to draw new people into your business and to gain new followers and start new conversations. And for the coaching opportunity calls and being able to have conversations with people about coaching and recruiting them to your team. So let me show you again my calendar. All right, so here we go. All right, I'll go back to December. Anything you see in green is when I need to market a CTA, okay? So what I did first was this. Starting in January, when is my first challenge group going to be? Challenge groups are in pink. So I am doing the Health Vet on the 9th. I toyed back and forth on if I was going to start a challenge group on the 2nd, but here in my town, our kids don't even go back to school until this day. So I don't feel like I'm going to have good participation here. So I actually am going to start off my first challenge group here, okay? What is Tracy going to do for a workout? I already figured it out. I am doing hammer and chisel and a core to force hybrid, and I'm doing it for 8 weeks. So that's the first thing that I put in here, is that I'm doing hammer and chisel and core to force. So that is going to take me all through January, and it's going to take me all through February, and my core to force hammer and chisel hybrid ends the very first weekend in March, and then I'm going to be doing T25 Gamma, which is going to take me through the first quarter. Gamma is 4 weeks. So that's what I'm going to be doing first. And I am finishing hammer and chisel on this day. So then I'm doing yoga, quarter force, yoga, off. And then I'm doing the 21-day fix extreme. Okay, and that 21-day fix extreme is going to take me to this day right here when I roll into my hammer and chisel quarter force. Okay, so that's done. So I know what I'm doing. I love hammer and chisel, but it's not enough cardio for me. So I'm going to solve that with quarter force because I love quarter force. All right, health bet. So my challenge groups run three weeks. So this is the health bet. So I've got my health bet. And what I did is I went and scheduled the rest of my challenge groups. So Love Yourself, Love Your Body is the next one. That starts on the 30th. And it goes until the 19th. So we're going to finish on the week of Valentine's Day. I'm also doing, I went and looked at all the kids' schedules. So we have a break here. I wrote the kids' schedule. We have a winter break here. And a lot of times people are going to be getting ready for that winter break. So that's why I'm starting a challenge group when I'm starting challenge groups. So it starts up here. The Love Yourself, Love Your Body is Valentine's Day, but it also gets my local people ready for leaving on this break. So if they have to cut the challenge group short a couple days for their break, that's fine. But I know that I'm going to have a high demand around that time. So then what's next? March is spring break. In Connecticut, we don't have spring break in March, but I know a lot of the country does. So I'm going to do a Fab-Abuary challenge group. And this challenge group is going to be any challenge group people want to do, but every couple of days I'm going to be throwing in a video that gives them a live ab workout that they can add to whatever program that they're doing. I have a ton of moves that I've actually already recorded from a freemium that I ran. So I am going to be doing back-to-back challenge groups. I have the Love Yourself, which starts up here on January 30th. And in the last week of Love Yourself, I will be starting Fab-Abuary. So that is going to go for 3 weeks. Okay, so now I'm already in March. Okay, so then I'm going to take the week off and run a freemium. I'll get to those in a second. I'm going to take this week off because January and February are nuts. And then I'm going to do spring break shred. Okay, and the spring break shred is going to take me through the end here. So then what I did all this in pencil first. So then what I did is I also added my freemiums. Okay, my freemiums are in green. So if I have a health bet starting here, it's going to be busy. It's the busiest challenge group of the year. It's going to take me about a week and a half to get myself out from under, right? All the craziness. Then I'm going to do a freemium. I'm going to do an anti-inflammatory freemium. I've already run this freemium. I already have all the content, so I know what to do. So that's the cool thing about freemiums. Once you have a freemium that's done, you have that you can repeat. It's repeatable information. So that freemium is going to go here, and guess what? Those people are going to be invited to this challenge group, Fab-Abuary. Fab-Abuary. I'm also going to run a freemium in February, the Bikini Bottom Boot Camp. Again, I already ran that challenge. It's a 5-day bottom, bikini bottom, like lower body exercises. They get 4 exercises a day. I worked my tail off in 2016 on freemiums so that for 2017, I am reusing information. So I'm running that freemium here in February on the 6th. In the middle of my Love Yourself, Love Your Body. Okay, so I'm not going to be, I don't like to start freemiums and challenge groups on the same day. So I'm going to be running that group the second week of Love Yourself, Love Your Body. So that's going to go here. And then I can invite them to the Fab-Abuary as well. It's a little bit tight, but with on demand, it's very easy. If I get a relationship going here and I'm inviting Thursday and Friday to a group that starts here, I can send them Shakeology from my house to get them started, and we can get them started on demand. So with on demand, there's really no reason why it needs to be like 2 weeks in advance. And the containers, if we need containers, we can do cheat sheets. So there's workable ways around it. So I have that freemium here, okay? And then the same day that I am starting T25 Gamma, I'm also going to be starting a freemium, 5 days of savory spring salads. I've never done a challenge group like this before, so I have plenty of time to plan it. 5 days of salads, easy. And then guess what? Those people get invited to the spring break shred. So there you have it. Now, the green is how I backtrack. All this green you see is the day that a CTA needs to be posted. So here we are in December, okay? We're right here, okay? I'm in a challenge group right now. I didn't really fill out I had December, I had to erase it. So I'm in a challenge group right now. It ends on this date, okay? Right here on the 18th. So I know that on the 22nd, I am doing a health bet call to action. I'm doing another call to action for the health bet on the 26th, and I'm doing another call to action on the 29th. I'm doing 3 of them because it's Christmas and it's crazy and not everyone is going to see all these posts. I'm doing my last call to action on the health bet on the 2nd. So what I do, you guys, is I look at, okay, here I'm running the health bet. When do I want to start marketing it? So once I have my workouts, that's number 1, my challenge groups is number 2, my freemiums is number 3. Once those are done, I start backtracking and the marketing on how I'm going to do it goes next, okay? So there's the health bet, okay? So let's look at this, my freemium, my anti-inflammatory freemium. Pulling myself back here, okay. It looks like I'm going to start marketing that a week ahead. I like Sundays. I'm going to do the anti-inflammatory freemium. I'm going to do another one on Tuesday night. And that's it. I might even bump a post, something like that. Okay, I have the Love Yourself, Love Your Body starting on the 30th. And I start marketing that 2.5 weeks. I start marketing about 10 days in advance. Thursday night is going to be the first Love Yourself. Then on Sunday, Love Yourself. Then on Wednesday, Love Yourself. And the group's closed. And then my coaching opportunity calls. Those are the last Mondays of every month. So that's the 4th thing. So my coaching opportunity call, I like to market those on Thursdays, and I like to market those on Sundays. Boom, we have the call. Boom, now I'm marketing for the Bikini Bottom Challenge. And yep. Then I'm marketing, I just went backward. I just went Bikini Bottom again. Obviously, I've got a freemium starting here, so I went backward here and here. So you get the gist of it. Okay, so you can go back and review this calendar if it helps you. It was sort of shaky, and I did the Court de Force where I did like a gazillion push-ups, so it's hurting to hold the phone up. My arms hurt. But that's the most important thing, guys. Print out your calendar. Figure out your own workout schedule. And you know what? That's a lot of challenge groups. And 8 weeks of doing a program is a long time. I love hammer and chisel. Pick something that you love. I love hammer and chisel, but I definitely need the cardio. But I also cannot do 47-minute workouts for another 30 days. It's just not my thing. Mentally, I don't know if I could do that. Love Court de Force, but I've got to also have a couple 25-minute ones in there too, just to sort of break it up a little bit. So know exactly what it is that you need and what you're going to respond well to so that you have a game plan and know that in 3 months' time, you can still continue to see results in your own journey. And that your before and afters continue to be before and afters. I'm really, really working on my core. I want to be able to show another mom of 4 that it might not be a total 6-pack, but that we can definitely have definition in our abs. That's like my goal. It doesn't need to be a vanity thing. It just needs to be a, hey, feel good in your own skin. So you need to do the same thing as a challenger. Then do your challenge groups, then do your freemiums, then figure out how you're going to market your coaching calls, and then go backward and figure out your CTAs. As I wrap this up, when I sit down on a Sunday, right? Let's pretend like I'm sitting down. I always sit down on Sunday afternoons and I'm like, what do I have coming up for the week? So if you are someone who is going to be outsourcing your graphics this year, I know on this Sunday, well, I would have done this the week before, but I know for this week, I need a second anti-inflammatory freemium graphic, my first Love Yourself graphic, and my second Love Yourself graphic. Maybe I make one, maybe the graphic girl makes one. But the bottom line is, there is no more on Sunday nights being like, I gotta get a post up. And all of a sudden you're like in the middle of trying to have family dinner, or you're out with your girlfriends, or you're at your kid's baseball game, and you are nose into the phone, and your husband or your friends or your boyfriend or whoever is pissed at you because you're again working at Beachbody. That is why planning helps. It enables you to have that freedom and that time. And when February 28th comes around, guess what I'm doing? April, May, June, same thing. For me, it took me 3 hours today just because I did a lot of research on different things that I was going to do. I named all of my groups. I wrote out my calendar. I put it in the calendar that I share with my virtual assistant so that she can help me and that we're on the same page. So it is going to be worth it because the next 90 days is planned. I can talk to my challengers. I can start my inviting. And when you know what you're doing and you know what you have to offer people, then you can add value by inviting and making sure that you are marketing yourself in a way that's going to keep people following your interest and keep their interest peaked in what you're doing, which enables you to serve more people. So I hope that this helped you guys very much. It takes a while. It can be a little bit overwhelming. Do it in pencil first. Do your own color coordination or however it is that you're going to be able to understand it. But if this helps just one person, then this video is worth it. So have a fantastic day, you guys, and I will see you later. Bye.